Okay, great. We are recording. Welcome, welcome to the training. So this is really cool because this training, again, my name is Coach Kim. Maybe some of you are here for the very, very first time, but this training is going to be both foundational, and then we're going to talk about some things that will be conceptual, all to help you win. I want you to have all the tools that you need to do the very best job that you can to minimize your errors and to get paid quickly. That's the whole point. You can get paid quickly or slowly, and my option for you is quickly. So that being said, let's get started. I'm going to mute. Ask one more time if you would mute your mic. If your mic is open, please mute your line. I'm going through it. I see a lot of the lines muted, which I do appreciate. 02, okay, 21098, I just muted you, great. Lynn, I'm muting you. I'm gonna mute everybody, assuming that they might want to giggle or do something in the background. I like to be proactive. So let's get started. I'm going to start by sharing my screen. I think a good place to start is the back office. Now, many of us may or may not have gone into the back office to discover how to maneuver back there. And I have noticed that this Million Money system is quite fantastic. Even though I always talk about them not managing us, they're not in charge of our accounts or anything, but they still do a fantastic job of giving us an accountability system, if you will. I'm going to make sure you guys can see what I see. I know that it's almost there. Just a moment, please. Okay. Do you see, oh, everyone's muted. Sorry. Let me close this out. So this is a real screen that we're looking at because I want it to be real, right? We're going to do some theory and speculation things, but I also want you to see a real screen. Okay, I'm going to unmute you, Andy. Andy, can you tell me what you see on the screen? Can you tell me what screen you see, Andy? Or someone pop on quickly and tell me what.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay. In the dark mode, there's a purple,
Perfect.
green, and orange.
Perfect. Perfect. I just wanted to make sure you could see that. Thank you so much. I'm going to mute you now. Thank you. So let's do this. So when you first come into, for those of you who, let's say everyone has one account. One account is simple. One account does not cause confusion because when you have more accounts, more wallets, then you have to be more in tune to what's going on. But if you have one account and you're directly going to this account, this is what you would do. You would go to the browser up in here and you would type million.money. And when you do that, the purple page comes up with the robot and you click sign in, that red button, and then log in automatically and it'll put you in the dark mode. I always say dark mode sounds kind of ominous, but I always remind people that all that does is turn the screen black, that's all. If you want it to be darker, some people like that contrast, that's all. It just turns the screen from dark to light, okay? So when you see dark mode, you know you're in the back office, all right? So when you're in there, you always want to verify the ID number here in the top left corner because that seats you and reminds you of exactly where you are, whose office you're in, and that will keep things, you know, in line. So let's look at what you're looking at back here. The first thing is, let me make sure I don't have any people in the waiting room. I do. Perfect. Okay. So the
sorry, can I ask a quick question? I bought some people online and they don't know why they're here. Can you just explain quickly what it is before you go into this? Do you mind?
Who's talking?
It's Sandra. SLG.
Sandra, you said?
Yes.
Okay, so Sandra, are the people online in the business?
No, I haven't. I just told them to come to the training. I didn't tell them what it was about, so they don't know what it's about.
Okay, so Sandra, I'm going to tell you that this is an in-house training and it's for people in the business and it'll be very confusing to them. So I would ask you to get with them at a later time. Everybody should know what it's about. People should have offices. They should understand because it will be a disservice to you if prospects are on this call. It's too much information. It would be like, feeding steak to a baby. So I would dislodge them or just get back with them at a separate time and let them come in correctly so they can be properly introduced to Million Money. That's what I would do. Okay.
Okay, so which one do they go to?
They can come to a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday training.
Oh, okay.
Exact same link, 8 p.m. Eastern time.
All right.
Okay, thanks for asking. And that goes to that shoe fits all Cinderellas. Anyone else who's got a guest on the call, it would not be a good place for them to be because we're going to go over a lot of information that might be a little bit heavy for them, a little bit overwhelming. And it's not confusing if you're in, right? If you don't know what's going on, it will be confusing. If you do know what's going on, you do have an account, it won't be so confusing. So that's what
Would the 800 number help them out, Coach Kim?
Oh, sure. That's a great place to start. 800 number is a great place to start. Who was that?
That was Fiona.
Fiona. I thought I recognized that voice. Thank you. Thank you. And yeah, this is great. That the 800 number is a great place to start as well. And just remember that, I'm glad you mentioned that, Fiona, because we really want to remember that all people learn in different ways, right? So sometimes audio might be beneficial for someone. Calling into a number does just that. Sometimes watching a video is good. People, need that animation. That's what fires their cylinders. And sometimes people like a lecture environment. Some people like to sit and take notes. So just know that we have ample tools for you to use to present to your guests and prospects. Okay, thanks for that reminder. Comment? Someone else said something? Gentlemen, do I hear a male's voice? Okay, let's talk about this back office. So when you go in here, the very first thing you're going to see are these multiple panels, these colorful panels, and they are going to lay out for you the different chunks, the groupings of information you're going to want to know as you build your business. So in the office section, you'll see earned Ethereum in the purple box. And in the, can you, I think that's Sharon maybe, can you mute your phone? Can you mute your line? Thank you so much. In the purple box, you'll see earned Ethereum. In the next box, you'll see earned dollars, and they will be relatable, of course, depending on the rate of the Ethereum that day. In the orange box, you see your partners. The 833 means these are all the partners on your team. The 6 in this case means in the last 24 hours, 6 new people joined your team, okay? And the last box is what level, reflects the level that you're at, all right? And you can see the same thing on your phone if you have a Trust Wallet, except it'll be vertically displayed. If you want to look here, I think sometimes we go through this page so quickly and we kind of rock through it, but there's really good information on this page. Let's start with this first one, okay? I'm gonna seal it here. You're in a position to earn 1,500 Ethereum in 100 days. So where do you begin? Following simple recommendations, you can reach a steady income of about 1,500 Ethereum every 100 days. Yes, it requires your efforts. Yes, it requires you to be engaged and for you to be part of your own success, part of your own process. But if you do what you're supposed to do.
Excuse me, am I the only one who is not hearing? I'm not hearing.
You might be the only one who's not hearing.
I think you got her muted, but we hear her fine. I hear her fine.
I can hear you fine.
Thank you.
That was happening to me just now. This is Joan, and I had to leave and come back in.
Thank you so much, Joan. You guys are such a great team. Thanks for helping out. I'm going to, Tito, I'm going to put you in as my co-host because I'm moving this mouse around a whole lot. Oh my goodness. Okay, great, great. Tito, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I got it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. So if you're looking at the multicolored boxes here, that will help you track what's going on. Something very, very important here. This purple box depicts how much money that you've earned. It's like in the military, we would call it your leaves and earnings statement, your LES, right? It's all the money you've earned. Sometimes when someone is ready to get promoted or they feel like they're ready, they will say, well, do I have enough money in my account? They'll look at the purple box and they'll say, yes, the money is there. But what you have to factor in is the fact that you have spent money at each level. You know, this person spent 5 Ethereum at level 2 and 0.1 Ethereum at level 3 and 0.4 Ethereum here, right? This person is a level 5, so she doesn't actually have let's say $1.56. She doesn't actually have 1.56 Ethereum because from that, she spent these amounts of money. So how do you find the active and accurate amount of assets that you have? You have to go to your wallet. Your wallet tells you real time how much money you have. So whenever you see the people in place and you think, okay, is it time for me to level up? Go to your wallet and see if the money is there, and that will determine whether or not you're in position, okay? Let's go to the next slide here. Time is money. We hear that all of the time. Time is money. Allow yourself no more than 3 days to invite 2 or more partners to this project, right? Choose partners with whom you'll be comfortable dialoguing with, right? Going towards a common goal and holding each other accountable. If you have somebody in your team that you're afraid to talk to and say, hey, you know, you're dropping the ball, like don't put those type of people on your team, because you have to be able to dialogue and make sure that everyone, you know, am I right to my left? Are we ready? Am I rear to my front? Are we all moving in the same direction? You have to have people that you can talk with, right? I call it like playing tennis. When you hit the ball over the net, they've got to hit it back. If you don't have a game going back and forth, then you're not dialoguing, you're not selecting the right people. Select people that you're going to want to be around. Select people that are, you know, forward thinkers and visionaries and, you know, bring joy to a project, right? You don't want people who are complainers and holding things back and always look for a problem, right? Versus solution oriented. So think all of that through. Even though you only need 2 people, it's still a quality pick, right? Not just a quantity. So I would rather have 2 people who think like I do, who move forward, who are workers, than 20 people who are just slackers and you know, looking for a free ride. So just keep that in mind. This is my third little piece here. Always one step ahead. Do not allow yourself to be at the same level that your partners behind you who came in after you are at, right? You want to stay one step ahead of them. And I'll talk about that in more detail in a little slideshow I have. It's important to, first of all, you want to do it so you can get paid, but you also want to do it because you want to lead by example, right? You want to be a leader who tells people, go as I go, not go as I should go. You want to lead by example. So, you know, be accountable to yourself first, and then you can expect people to be accountable to you, right? You gotta show up before you can expect people to step up. So let's look down a little bit farther. So you'll see here the prices of each position, right? This will come in handy because you're going to start to want to know this. I'm going to give you guys a pop quiz question. Who can tell me what the current value is of Ethereum right now? Anybody can just pop on, and you might have to take a moment. Some people already know it, but somebody just pop on and tell us what the value of Ethereum is right now.
229.05.
Who said
I
that?
think it's about 223.
229.05, right in the bottom left-hand corner.
Mine's showing 229.
Very good.
20.
Very good. I'm so
Yeah.
glad you mentioned that. It is in the bottom left-hand corner here. Right here, right on your screen.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that convenient? Isn't that convenient? Yeah, because I was popping over to my Coinbase, or I pop into my Trust wallet and I'd see there But then I noticed here, like, wow, how convenient. It's right here. So like I said, this Million Money team or whoever drew this up was already thinking for us, thinking ahead. Okay, so this is called your control panel. This is like your central operations area, okay? So let's look at, let me see, okay, let's look at the next section here. I'm going to highlight this and I'm going to tell you why I don't have full access. So I am in a trial account that I want to use as demonstration, but this is not my account. So that in and of itself is a lesson. You can actually look at anyone's back office, but you can't manipulate it. You can't maneuver it. You can't throw a pebble into someone else's progress, right? But you can see it. And so were this my actual back office, I could send a message. I would have access to the message here. But because it's not, I have no authorization, okay? You will know if you're logging in directly into an office that you have authority over if you are able to log in automatically, okay? If you cannot log in automatically, then you're coming in a manual way using the green button, and we call that a preview mode. Preview. Look, but don't touch, basically. That's what the preview manual option is, okay? When you want to look at your partners here, this is how this person would do this. So she goes to the partners option. This is the 3 squares on the left, the third option down. And then what she would do is you can push expand or collapse all. Expand or collapse all. And this shows the entire layout of your team. And I want to say this, that this person has a whole lot of people in her team. You saw the number under the original, on the control panel. How many was it? Let's see. The control panel tells us she has over 800 people on her team. Not all of them are showing because this 800 doesn't stop at just the 5th level, okay? Just so you'll know. But we know that well through her 5th level, this goes out to about, I think it's your 7th level. Let's see. This is the person, level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can see down through 8 levels on your structure, 8 levels. So let's say, for example, this right here was one of my team members. It's 543109. And I knew this person is building, but I only see 1 or 2 people down here. The way I would actually see below 543109 is I would go out of this, I would log out, and then I would enter manually. I'll do it here. I would log out, and then I would do 543109, and I would enter manually. You see that preview mode? I enter manually. And I go down to partners again, the 3 squares, and I expand. And now I can see all that's below that person. See, I think it stopped right here on the previous page. So there's often, it's to be continued. It's level 8, but there's more below it. So if you want to help your team, you go to even the lower levels and say, are there any holes? How can I help? What can I do to bring closure and wholeness so that people won't be kind of laying out in the cool breeze, right? So that is, let me go back out to the original one, because I want to show you one more thing with that. And we're going to come back because we're going to share some things, and then I'm going to see how you can apply what we learn. This is a good place to go to because there's a lot of activity on this panel, and I want you guys to kind of put your heat-seeking missile eyes on it once you get this new training. Okay, so what the last thing I want to show you on this page is often people look at their structure and then they kind of stop here. But I want to remind you that if you go down further, you'll see a tabulation of all of the monies that you have received. Okay, so this not only, if someone sends money as they're leveling up, you can actually see, you can see the amount it was in Ethereum. You can see the amount it translated to in dollars. You can actually see who sent it to you, right? So if it's one person you're dialoguing with on your team, you know this person. Some IDs I'm starting to know by heart, right? You would know, you can see this ID, you know that the money came through. And this right here is the wallet address of the person. It says from whom. So this person, this wallet, this ID number sent you this amount of Ethereum, translated to this in dollars, and the date tells you when they sent it. Right, so this was 6/17, the 17th, 3 days ago at 7:39 a.m. So this is super. This is really good because it helps you track all of your income. That's one of the things about blockchain. It's transparent. You can see everything. You can track everything. So that's
I have
very.
a question.
Go ahead. Question. Go ahead. Please identify yourself. Who's this?
This is Jessica, Kathy.
Okay.
When you went out and typed in your partner's number, could you not do that in the show your partner ID up above there? Would that not do the same thing?
Say that again. Could I?
Could you not put the people's number when you scroll up to where it shows your partner's number there, about your data about your partner?
Right here?
Can you not put her to the other side? Right here. It says data about partner right
Okay.
above it.
Okay.
Can you not put the number in there and then push show, and it would just show the data about the partner there?
I think this shows the, well, let's see. What was the number? I want to be at 543-109. Let's see what happens. 543-109. Drum roll, please. Anybody got some bongos? Nope, that just shows the wallet information. You see it?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Sure. Okay. So yeah, we wanted to see his partners, okay? So the last thing I'm going to push on this page here is also uplines. So sometimes people want to say, well, I don't know this person. Who's their sponsor? And who's their sponsor? So this will show you up through 5 levels. Remember, the partners will show you the people around them. The upline, the partners show you from them down, and the upline show you from them up 5 levels. And this is nice too, because it shows you, okay, this person's sponsor is this ID. That's their first level sponsor, who happens to be a level 5. And their second level person is also level 5. Their third level person is a level 4. Their fourth level is a level 5. And their fifth level is a level 5. So this right here is one indication that somebody is missing something, right? We just like that slide showed, don't get ahead of people, and also don't get behind people, because it's a two-way street. We don't want to pass people, but we don't want to hold up people either if we're not ready. So that means we've got to stay ready. We got to get ready, and we've got to stay ready. So I'm going to come back to this back office. Let me set it, because I want to specifically come back to the layout of partners. Let's see if it'll stay here. It may or may not. We'll see. So let's go to a new share. Let's see what happens here. Okay. I'm going to move this chat. Perfect. Okay, so I want to focus a bit on leveling up. Leveling up is, that's our bugaboo. Once we manage it and we know it like the back of our hands, oh my goodness, we'll be unstoppable. because we want to spend the right energy doing the right thing at the right time. That's so, so important. So let's talk about leveling up. Leveling up, and we like to say this in terms of also what is common to the civilian terminology, right? So if you're a civilian, you're not familiar with million money, we might use the term promoting. This is how you can get promoted. Oh my gosh, I've been in for a week and I've gotten 3 promotions, right? That's more common so that people can understand. We don't want to be talking, you know, out of turn where people won't appreciate the value of what we're talking about. So let's go on to the first slide. So let me see. In this one, I think we're all familiar with this scenario. We've seen, many of us have seen this. If you don't have this slide, then make sure that you talk to your sponsor. This chart will help you conceptualize what's going on. It'll help you conceptualize who's on first and the activity and what you can expect to build. It's the build out. It's you getting 2 and them getting 2 and each of them getting 2, right? And when I say that, even just imagine, even in the ears that you're speaking into people, you don't want to have them thinking 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 ad nauseum. I literally say, and for the last level, which is the 5th level, there's 32 people on that level, right? And that's it, because there are compensation plans that go down 9 levels, 10 levels, and so on, and more. 5 is very manageable. We've had people go down to 5 levels in 1 week. Certainly, I've seen 4 levels in 4 days, because it's not a lot of people, especially if we look at the direction of the back office, which said go out in the first couple of days, get your 2. So if people do that, day 2 is their 2nd line, day 4 is their 3rd line, and so forth. We want to hit the ground running, especially we talk about striking while the iron is hot. You want to move when people are excited. You've sat there, you've talked with them about their dreams, you've talked with them about what this could do for them. You don't want them to get cold, because then you got to warm it up all over again. Hit people while the energy is hot and the vision is high, and keep things moving. Okay, let's go to the next page. I put this here so that people can see, how it's set up in your back office. Okay, it's the same thing, it's the same slide, except it's just turned 90 degrees, quarter turn. But I want you to see what you're seeing even out of the gate. And in all honesty, I will say this too. When I first got this slide, it was very great. I mean, I love this chart. I was writing names on here diagonally, and I was moving in a way where every little person had a name. But by the time you get down really just past the 4th level, it's almost impossible unless you write really tiny. But if you write really tiny, it's very hard to read it. So it's okay, because at this point, you've got the rhythm, you kind of know who people are, and more importantly, you're identifying leaders throughout this chart, and you have a fair expectation of telling your leaders, hey, down on level 4, that person falls under you. Who is that? What's that ID number? There's a hole where they are. Can you help them out, right? So it's okay to identify people and tap them on the shoulder and have the conversation on what do you need to do next? What are you missing? Don't let money fall through the cracks. So this is the quarter turn of what this slide and what these people look like. Let's talk about the levels. I'm trying to get out of this. Let me see. Okay, let's talk about the levels. Perfect. So level 1 is when you're in the system, right? You're the sponsor and you're brand new and you want to move to your next level. In order to do that, you bring 2 people into the system. When you do that, each of these persons has now the authority. They're buying into this project. And what are they paying? They're paying a price of 0.03 Ethereum. They're paying it to you. You are their sponsor. 2 people paying you 0.03 Ethereum is a total of 0.6 Ethereum. 0.6 Ethereum is what you have in your pocket, Now you have money to move to your next level. Remember, when you paid your 03 Ethereum, you paid that to your sponsor. We're all paying money to somebody, right? Every time you pay money, you're either paying it to your sponsor, which is one person above you. You're paying it to the person 2 people above you. You're paying it to the person 3 people above you, 4 people above you, or 5 people above you. That happens every single time, like clockwork. So how do you know who you're paying it to, right? If you're moving to level 2, you're paying it to the person 2 levels above you. If you're being promoted to level 3, you're paying it to the person 3 levels above you. All the numbers match, they all coincide. You're getting promoted to level 4, fantastic. You pay that money to the person 4 levels above you. And the same with 5, level 5, 5 levels above you. So now that these 2 people have given you 0.03 Ethereum, now you're ready to go to your next level. All right. So at this level, now you're at level 2. You're the sponsor, you're still at the top, or the side, you're at the top. In order for activity to happen here, the 4 people on your second level, remember you got 2 people and they each get 2. The 4 people on that second level, they are going to get promoted. They're going to go to level 2. In order for them to pay for that promotion, that ranking, they pay 0.05 Ethereum. That 0.05, remember I said the level you're at, you pay it to the person, you want to be a 2, you are 2, you have to go up 2 levels. So they're paying 0.5. They skip the people on level 1 because that's only 1 level above them. They go to 2 people above them, which is you. So they pay, 4 people are going to pay you 0.05 Ethereum. So 4 times 4 nickels, right? 4 nickels equals 20 cents. 4 times 0.05 Ethereum equals 0.2 Ethereum. 0.2 Ethereum. So now you have more than enough money to go to level 3. Because level 3 costs half of that. Level 3 costs only 0.1 Ethereum. You have 0.2. Level 3 costs only 0.1. So that means you don't have to wait for all 4 people to pay to get your promotion. When 2 of the 4 people pay, you can level up. 2 of the 4, so 2 nickels is a dime, right? That's at 10 cents. When you have 10 cents, 2 of the people out of the 4, you can level up to level 3. So I'm going to stop right there for a second and ask if there are any questions at this point.
Yes.
Go
Question.
ahead. Go ahead.
This is Andy Edger. By leveling up, if you don't have all 4 people leveling up, in order for you to level to the next position, what happens when they level up?
If you don't have all 4 people, so are you saying if you have 1 or 2 of the 4?
2 or 3 level up on level 2 position, 2 or 3 level up. 1 person did not level up. And
Okay.
I decide to move to level 3. What happens when that person from level 2 levels up? Do they pay that 0.05 Ethereum when they level up?
So you're saying, let's just say person A and person B, both of them are 2s. And
Yeah.
give it to me based on this. If this happens, then what?
Okay, they level up.
So they
But-
can only level up to 2. You're saying they've leveled up
Right,
to 2.
they level up to 2, yes.
Okay, and
I
then
want to level up to 3.
well, We're
And
only
one
at,
person
we're
on
only
the
at
other
2
side
now.
level up.
We're only at 2 now. So we don't even know if you're qualified to get to level 3. Like these 2 people at 2 qualifies you to make your next move,
Right,
right? So if you only have 1 2 and 3 1s, you're not ready.
right. No, I'm not ready. No, I'm not ready. But
Okay,
if I have 3 2s and 1 1,
that's great. I'm so glad you said that. If you have 3 2s and 1 1, guess what? You're already late because you could have done it at the second 2. You don't have to have the 3. Only if you get half of this line 2 done, you're ready to level up. You don't have to wait for a third 2.
okay. And when the fourth person levels up,
Mm-hmm.
what happens? They pay the 0.05 Ethereum.
Oh,
Where does that?
that's your money.
Okay, that's all I want to understand.
Yes. Even if, that's a great question. Even if you only have 2 who've leveled up and now you have gone to level 3, these 2 people here, they're going to give you the money. That's still your money.
Okay,
Okay. The
thank you.
only qualifier is this. Let's just say for some odd, weird, funky, unexplainable reason, all of this is happening on day 99, right? Day 99. And these 2 people do it and these 2 people don't. And you level up and now you're level 3 and these 2 people decide to level up on day 101 or 102, then you will not get that money because you have 100 days to fulfill that line. You have 100 days. So as long as you're within the 100 days, it's no problem. And I'm going to tell you that 100 days is super easy, probably in the first 4 levels. 100 days to get 2 people, 100 to 2 people to join, 100 days to get them to get 2 people, 4 people on your second level. You should be able to do this within the first week. You should be able to do this
Yes.
within the first week. So you're not even worried. That's not even so much of an issue. But
Right.
I'm just giving you a theory problem. Yes. Good question.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? This is the basis. If you don't understand this, you will be lost. If you don't understand leveling up from level 1 and level 2, you will miss it as you get deeper in this. This is the time to ask your question. And if you're thinking it, trust me, somebody else is also. So
What if you
Right.
go ahead, I'm sorry.
This is Jessica again. What if you decide to go ahead and buy that level again on day 99? Then you would get paid for those 2 that would level up.
Right, because you have a
Again.
whole extension. Yes.
Would it be worth it? Would it be worth it to do that?
You tell me, would you pay, what did it cost to get to that, to pay for level 2? What was the cost?
0.03. So yeah, it would be worth it.
If
Because
you're
you would be making 0.10 off that other 2, right?
Right.
So you'd
let's,
still make 0.07.
so, that's an individual choice. So somebody do the math for me. What is tell me in dollars, what is 0.0?
Okay, so if you had 3 cents, it costed you 3 cents to level up for another 100 days, you would make 10 cents and you'd had 7 cents left over.
Right, but let's do it in dollars. I just want the translation of dollars. Let's use $230 just to make it real to people. So if you have, the cost for that level is how much?
Cost is 0.05, not 0.03. Just correcting you, ladies.
Okay. So 0.05 is $11, $11.50. That row costs $11.50. And you're waiting for 2 people to pay you from that row. So you're going to make $23 from that at the present day value. I would not do it because you're buying an entire 100 days for 2 people to respond. To me, that would be a waste of time. because I plan on being further down the line. I plan on being at level 4, 5, 6, somewhere down there. I don't want to be looking over my shoulder, counting my level 2 days, just waiting for 2 people to trickle through with $11. So it's an individual decision, but that's the way I would weigh it. I would be concerned more
Yes, ma'am.
at the lower levels. I might have some reconsiderations down there, level 4, 5, etc.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
Quick add-on, Coach Kim. Leslie, I'm traveling back home.
Okay.
So in essence, I would think that the most important level is level 2, because if you don't have a 2, you can have a 3 up there. So the focus should be on getting people as soon as they get in and they have 2 below them to level up. If you can level up to 2, most likely you would stick around to level up to 3, 4, and 5. So to me, the most important level is level 2.
Okay. Thank you so much. And I also, piggybacking on that, I also think that level 2 lets you get your walking shoes on, right? You understand, because it's easy for you to go out. Oh, I can get 2 people, boom, boom. But can you help 2 people get 2 people? Because that's really the drill, right? We're talking about leveling up, but we also want to help other people level up. And once you've mastered that, then you're in a better position. Because if you can help these 2 people on your first level go out and get 2, then you may see some holy activity, meaning there are empty spaces on level 4, level 5, and you can help those people on that level get 2. Because I don't care where people are in the equation, all they have to do is get 2. Just because they're at level 5 doesn't mean they have to get 50, they just each have to get 2. So if you master that craft and that art all the way back here at level 2, then you're becoming good at it. And we want you to be able to do this in your sleep. Know how to engage with someone and say, oh, you know you have some holes here. Let's figure out how you can get 2 people. We can do A, B, or C. How can I help you do A, B, or C? Get back to me along that process. Where can I fit in to help you do A, B, or C? Right? Once you get good at that, I think you will master the board. Gwenny, I saw your hand go up. You have a question? Go ahead. Do you need help unmuting your mic? I guess if you don't say anything, I guess that means you need help.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
My name is Orpa.
Hi, Orpa.
I was trying to, I miss my words. Anyhow, what you're talking about, I was trying to do all day, okay? I'm not getting anywhere with it. I'll tell you what has happened to me if I can explain it. I was going into my link, and each time I go into my link, I get as far as buy, but I cannot find the word send.
Okay, so let me say this, Orpa. Sometimes the system is a little clunky. It's not perfect, or there may be a lot of traffic on the system. There are all sorts of kind of left curves we get. I will say this, out of 10 people trying to level up, in my experience, 8 of them have had no problem. And 2 are just quirky. So we just have to deal with the quirky on a one-on-one basis. So I'm going to ask you to reach out to your sponsor and let them help you, and they may have to reach out to their sponsor, right? We'll help you. We'll help you get it done. Because you just may be one of the 2 quirky situations. Not you. It's just sometimes the system kind of throws us a curveball. And we back it out and we go back in. And it's almost like trying to parallel park. You gotta line it up on the curb, and sometimes you run over and you just kind of keep after getting it, and then it goes through and it's like crystal, like magic, you know? So get with your team and we will help you get that done, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I saw Gwenny's hand again. Gwenny, can you unmute your mic? Can you find Gwenny?
Hi,
Tina?
Granny, you could just speak. Your mic is unmuted. Just speak.
I'm speaking. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Yes.
All right. Now, when I level up and I had to, my wallet, what you call it now? The wallet, the Ethereum wallet, 0.05 was the cost to level up to go to level 2. Correct?
Yes, to level 2, yes.
So when I clicked that and I bought that level 2 spot, what really happens, I'm not too sure. Does my sponsor get, like, in this case, it was Paulette, she would get part of that 0.05?
Is Paulette right on top of you?
No.
Yeah.
Is this Paulette right here?
Well, whoever it was
No.
then.
You're not my
I'm just
direct.
trying to-
I'm
it
right
doesn't
here.
matter.
I'm not your direct sponsor, Glenn.
Oh, okay, but you introduced it to me though, by the way.
Okay.
But
So
nevertheless,
whomever is directly over top of you, Gwenny, that would be person number 1.
You're
The
right.
person above that person gets your 0.05.
The person above her, okay.
Right, it's because
Person
you're
above
moving,
that person. Oh.
right, you're
So
moving.
where
to-
does the system, so the Million Money platform, what do they get?
They get nothing.
Oh,
They
okay.
get nothing.
That's where I wasn't sure. I was not sure. That's what had me a little confused.
Yeah, they're just putting out the statistics and the analytical data. We're not paying them a commission to do anything for us. This is
Okay, it's just like facilitating. It's like facilitating this program.
Yeah, they put it in place and they're hands off, and you know, paying each other. That's
Okay, and as you said, the built-in algorithm.
Yes, it's written in the algorithm and it's set, almost like set in stone.
Because people will ask me those questions, so I need to know how to answer them.
Sure. And I will say this, Winnie, it's really good because you don't have to think, okay, I'm paying 0.05. Do I give my parent a little bit and then I give Paulette a portion, then I give Million Money a portion? All you have to do is click buy and confirm, and the algorithm takes care of all the details for you.
Right. Okay, good. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Okay, quick question for me. I had 2 issues today. This is Paulette. Sorry, Paulette. I had 2 issues today. The 2 persons were signing up via, the 3 persons actually, signing up via the computer, MetaMask. And I found that we had problems with MetaMask all day today in terms of finding the wallet to register. I find that was the main issue, and it was really being frustrating for them. So I just want to find out if other people that was using MetaMask, if they have been experiencing issues registering today or from last night.
Can you give, what do you mean by finding the wallet to register? Can you talk to more detail about that?
Okay, they have done, well, what we have done, they had downloaded the MetaMask wallet, and then we have funded it, but then we realized that they cannot find the funded wallet. And then so what happened that we had to send another fund to another wallet. I realized that another wallet ID was there. So they were not seeing the correct wallet. I'm not too sure why that happened, but we weren't seeing the wallet. And then it was telling them insufficient funds.
That sounds very unique. Has anyone else having any problems so far? Anything like that with MetaMask? I've had MetaMask for actually my first wallet joining Million Money was MetaMask. I did not know about Trust. And so MetaMask was the first wallet I put on my laptop, and I had that for about a week, and then I downloaded Trust. And so I had both of them. And you know, maybe we can do some walking through getting it set up. I have not had any problem with MetaMask, but that's just my personal experience.
But Paulette, you're there? Can you hear me?
I'm here, yeah.
The person said that they didn't see, you know, you're supposed to get 12 seed phrase.
Yes.
Those 12 words, and they were not seeing that. So for every time you open a wallet, you should get that as part of the process, right? That would be Trust,
MetaMask
wallet or the
MetaMask is a little unique. On the Trust wallet, you get seed words for every wallet. For example, on my Trust account, I have 5 sub-wallets within my trust wallet. And each wallet has 12 words. So I have 60 words I have to manage. On the MetaMask, you can open up sub-wallets, but they all come under one group of 12 words. So I also have 5 accounts on my MetaMask, but I only have 12 words that cover all 5 accounts.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So it just depends on which, how you're setting.
I suggested to Paulette that if someone is going to open a wallet on the computer, which is the MetaMask, please tell them that they must look for that feature, which is 12 numbers, 12 letters, 12 words, 12 words, because they weren't seeing it.
Yeah, if you do not get the 12 words on MetaMask, do not proceed. You're not in business yet. There's nothing you should be giving out. You should not be asking anyone to send you anything. The 12 words secure your wallet and you'll get something that says success. If you're not getting that, don't proceed with trying to transfer any type of monies. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay, that was my error.
Okay, yeah, we're not trying to give money away. We're not there yet, Paulette. I know you want to be a philanthropist, but not yet. Not yet, okay. We're gonna go to level 3, because I think you guys have the rhythm so far. Let's see, level 3, okay. Level 3 is, you're the sponsor. On level 3, you earn, I'm trying to move my thing out of the way. On level 3, you earn, you've got 8 people, and of those 8 people, they each pay you 0.1 Ethereum or a penny. Let's say 8 people pay you 1 penny. That is 8 cents. In order for you to get to your next level, you need to get, of that 8 cents, you need 4 cents. Whoops, sorry about that. I'm 1 slide ahead, sorry. I'm trying to get you guys promoted too fast. That's the problem. Let's try this, go backwards. How do I go backwards? Let's see. Let me try one thing here. I know where there's a will, there is a way. Okay. So you were at level 3. We need 8 people on that 3rd level to pay you 1 cent, 0.1 Ethereum. Okay. When 4 of the 8, they could be in any, it could be these 4, it could be, these 2 and these 2, it doesn't matter. When 4 of the 8 pay you 1 cent, you will have a total of 8 cents. I'm sorry, you will have a total of 4, meaning you only need to have half of this level fulfilled to give you sufficient money to get to the next level. So you only need half of these people on level 2, right? And you need half of these people on this level. Half of that will pay you 4 cents, and that's the price, the ticket price to get into level 4. Now level, when you're moving from 4 to 5, it's a little bit different. It's actually less people. On this level, you only need 3 people to pay you the money. So basically, everyone here is paying you 0.4 cents, 0.4 cents. So this person's paying you 0.4, it goes up to you. Remember, there are 4 levels down, 1, 2, 3, 4. This person's paying you 0.04. I'm sorry, 0.4. And this person is paying you 0.4. All of them are going to pay you 0.4. Right? So that's
I got a quick question.
Go ahead, question.
You're using cents as in the demonstration purposes only, correct?
Correct. Oh, absolutely. Because if this were pennies,
just wanted to make sure that everybody understand that.
Yes, thank you. Right. Because when people look at this, they can see 0.4, a nickel. Right. But all of this is in Ethereum. Thank you for saying that. All of this is in Ethereum. I just want to give you something relatable. So if you're looking at 3 people paying you 0.4 Ethereum, 3 times 0.4, or 3 times 4 is 12, right? So 3 times 0.4 would be 1.2. So it costs you 1 Ethereum to become level 5. So when 3 people pay you, that gives you money plus a 0.2 extra to get to level 5. Okay, so now you can move to level 5, and at that level, you're going to have 32 people. Remember, we start with 2, 4, 8, 16, and now you have 32 people, and they are each going to pay you 1 Ethereum. 32 people on your 5th level are going to pay you 1 Ethereum. When will they pay you 1 Ethereum? Somebody answer that question. When can you expect 32 people to pay you 1 Ethereum? What action has to take place? Your level, go ahead.
3 people.
May I answer that, Coach Kim? Because I'm having the same issue with some of my members. They think that the minute that they have someone fall on their level 3, 4, and 5, they would receive their payment right away. No, keep in mind that when someone falls in level 3, they first have to pay their person in level 2 above them before they can have access to move to level 3. So before you can get your level 4 payment, they have to level up to 2, 3 before they level up to 4. So they have to make 2 payments to sponsors that are below you before they can send you payments, before they can buy level 4 from you.
Okay, excellent, excellent. That's the key point here. And I think a young lady was about to say something specifically.
Yeah, I was just going to say they need to level up to level 5 in order for them to pay you.
Correct. Every level, they have to be at that position for you to receive the money. For you to receive the money from level 2, you have to have people at a 2. They have to be, it's like 2 to 2. They got a 2 badge on, 2 gold stars, whatever. They have to have 5 gold stars on for you to get your level 5 money. You're waiting for someone to pay you $230. Well, if they're level 1, they only have 0.03 Ethereum. They've only paid the guy right on top of them. And then
and they have to do it in 100 days.
Right, when they make more money, they pay the person on top of them. When they move up to level 3, they pay the person on top of that person, 3 levels above them. And when they move to level 4, they pay this person. And when they get promoted to level 5, that's when you get your money. That's when you get your money. So every block, every rectangle here represents a 100-day window of activity. Let me say it a different way. You have 100 days for these 32 members to qualify to level 5, to get to level 5. You have 100 days for these 16 members to get to level 4. 100 days for these 8 members to qualify to level 3. 100 days for these 4 members, level 2, and 100 days for these 2 members. So the days are concurrent, right? So when you pull up and we look on the back, when we go back to the back office, you're going to see a little pink flag, and it'll show you, oh, this person is eligible at this day, this level for X amount of days, this level for X amount of days. It'll tell you how many days. It gives you a running count of all 100 days. So that's not something you have to worry about. Really, if you just get to, the days will take care of themselves. It literally is that simple. Don't chase the days, work with the people. If you work with the people, the days will take care of themselves. Level 6. Level 6. I'm just putting this out there, right? I mean, we all focus level 5, that's what we want. That's the clarion call, that's the trumpet. But there is a level 6. So level 5, you're getting 32 Ethereum, 32 people giving you 1 Ethereum each. Now you have ample money, more than enough, abundant money to get to level 6. You have 32 Ethereum. Of the 32 Ethereum, you have to take 2.5 2.5 to buy your way into level 6. 2.5 of the 32 to buy your way into level 6. So this is one strategy that some people are thinking about. When they get to level 5 and they have 32 people giving them Ethereum, they're going to set aside money, right? They're not going to say, oh, 32 Ethereum, that means it's 29.5 that I can just pull out and book, right? I'm going to run with that money. Some people are saying, you know what, that's great. But what I'm actually going to do is leave 2.5 in there. And I'm also going to leave enough money in for level 7. I'm just going to leave that there. And the rest of the money, I can take out, but I'm giving myself some breathing room because I'm going to depend on myself first before I necessarily depend on other people doing what they need to do. So I call that strategy. I call that a good way to have, a long-term look at your larger money, your larger income. But you'll have all sorts of choices and decisions to make when you get down to levels 5, 6, and beyond. So just know that they're there, know that they're sitting there waiting for you, and as you get there, you will have tossed around different strategies before you even arrive. So know that those will be your options. So we're finished with leveling up. Any questions before we move to the next topic?
Yes, Coach Kim, I have a question. On level 5, this is Diane, on level 5, in order for them to go to level 6, they can use only 3 to help them go to level 6, right? They
Correct.
don't have to have all 32 at that time.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep, you're absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Diane. Any more questions? And keep this chart in mind, right? Keep this in mind as you move on to, we're going to move on to a live fire back office with the one we were dealing with earlier. And I'm going to kind of go back and forth between that topic. And this is my last slide here. I made up a little acronym for this, right? Because I want to talk about family, because that's what we are groups of 62. Right? And it doesn't necessarily, even though we're economically impacted directly by 62, we're still indirectly connected to a whole lot more than 62 of us are. So I just want that to be kept in mind. So in that concept, we definitely are dealing with a family, right? So a family treats each other differently than strangers, right? We may operate with more grace, maybe more patience, maybe more consideration for one another. So I just want us to just take a pause as we're going through this, because many of us have been in maybe 3 or 4 weeks now. And so we're getting the rhythm of the business, but we also want to get the rhythm of the relationships that we're forming here, because we're going to be here together for another 60 days, 100 days, 200 days, like it or not. So we may as well make the best of it, right? So we're learning about each other. We're learning strengths and weaknesses, right? Some things that I would consider and ask you to consider as well is that we focus on operating in integrity, that we're always looking at what else I can do. How else can I make a difference to the family? What can I add in, right? Like, I don't want to just be a detractor. I want to be an asset. I want to weigh in, right? I want to be a builder and not just a taker. Okay. So now keep this in mind. We're all coming in on a learning curve. So no one can say, well, I don't know anything and everyone else does, because none of us knew Jack 6 weeks ago or 5 weeks ago. We didn't know any of this stuff. So we want a natural curve of learning and sharing and teaching. You learn, the more you teach. The more you get in information, the more you give in information and demonstration, right? So we want people to learn, because that only helps the group mature cleaner and more holistically and more organically. So we want to be considerate of other people. Here's something to really focus on. When it's time for you to be promoted, and you even want to control that, because the back office will see one ticker. They may see someone a couple of levels down and they say, hey, the person's there, but the money's not there. And they'll send you this notification or flash it on your back office and say, hey, you better promote or you're going to lose some money. And you may run after that shiny thing and say, well, great, I'm going to promote, because you're looking at the office, but you're not looking at the bigger picture. You're not looking at your family. You're not looking at your team. You're not looking to say, okay, if I promote to level 3, let me make sure the person 3 levels above me is at level 3 so they can receive what I'm about to pay. Because if they're not at level 3, my money is going to skip them and it's going to go above them because they, whatever, who knows? You don't even have to fill in the blank because you don't know what's going on with this person at level 3. And it doesn't matter. You just want to have the conversation with them. Hey, you, this is me. I'm about to get promoted to 3. Are you in any position to move to 3, like within the next couple of hours, within the next day or so? Because if you're not, I'm just letting you know I'm moving forward. That person might answer, oh my gosh, how did that happen? Oh, thanks for letting me know. I'm gonna get it done today. Thanks for letting me know. And that way the communication is flowing and we're treating each other like family instead of operating in a vacuum where we're just concerned about our promotion, because that's not a good family. That's just dysfunctional, where you just get, but you don't give. So we're getting different things. We're getting knowledge, we're getting information, we're getting different people's help and effort and energy. We're getting people's Ethereum, we're getting people's transference of money, we're getting people's time, right? We're getting, make sure we give consideration one to another. Portion, look at the portion of what you're doing, right? Am I doing my fair share? Am I contributing? I would say like there are 3 different roles that you can look at. You got the one person who's kind of a spectator. They get in and they talk a lot and they don't do anything, but they talk, but they don't produce. But they're spectating, they're watching, and they're learning, but they're really not applying. Like, we want to go beyond theory. This is not a theoretical science. This is application. This is roll up your sleeves, roll up your cuffs, and get to work. That's what this is. That's a spectator. The spectator's not helping the team, right? Then there's the next person. I call them the, a person who is a team player. The team player says, hey, I'm getting in. I'm going to get my 2 because that's what I signed up to do. I'm getting my 2 because that's my obligation, and I'm going to be a person of honor, and I'm going to honor my commitment to get 2 people. No biggie. That's what I said I would do. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm here to get 2, and I'm going to help other people get 2. That's a team player. And then you have a leader. A leader says, I'm going to get in and I'm going to get my 2, and nothing's going to get my way. I'm going to get 2 plus. I'm going to get 2 times 2. I'm going to get 2 to the second power. You can't stop me because I'm going to help everybody in sight, right? And so I just want you to pick where you are and be true to that position. And I'm saying really the 2 superior positions are a team player or a leader. Both of those are equitable. They're both fine. But spectators and people, pot shots and people who, are looking every which way or just may have their ankle in the water. We're in an Olympic-sized pool. For you to have your ankle in the water, you're missing out. And you're doing yourself a disservice, and you're doing the team a disservice. So I'm going to ask people to step up 100 days. Just step into this for 100 days. Swing, pick up the bat and swing with all your might, because we have something fantastic in front of us and we want everybody to win. If everybody does a little bit, we will do that, right? So I have 3 steps that I'm gonna give you. And this is how you can determine your growth. The 3 steps are: download the app. That's number 1. Number 2 is fund the app. And number 3 is create the actual Million Money account. So when you come in, when I first came in, all I knew how to do was download the app. And I knew that because someone told me how to do it. I didn't know how to do it, but they taught me to download the app. Then the next thing I figured, well, I'm asking people to fund my wallet. Hey, excuse me, can I get some money? Can you break me off a piece? Hey, you over there, you look like a nice person. Can I get some Ethereum? I have my little cup. Can I get some Ethereum here or there? So that was me asking them, right? But then when I got more mature in the system, I said, you know what? I can fund my own wallet. I'm grown. I'm an adult. I can make my own, put money in my own wallet, right? So I started funding my wallet. And then the next piece is becoming someone who can attach a wallet, a funded wallet, and activate an Ethereum account, a Million Money account with it. So I'm breaking it down into thirds like that, because that will allow you, if you're new or if you've been just kind of chilling, going through this, that will allow you to decide how much you can do a little at a time. Like, we're not trying to throw people into the middle of the swimming pool, and you're like, wait a minute, I was just here asking for, where's the bathroom? And all of a sudden I'm in the middle of the pool, right? But we are saying, if you do a little bit and then you add on to it and then you add on to it, my goodness, you'll be independent, and then you can serve others. Because all of this really is about service. That's what's going to make us move with diligence and integrity and speed. We want to move with accelerated intensity. Okay, so start with downloading a wallet. If you're working with a team member and they are more advanced than you are, bring them a person at least with a downloaded wallet. And let me correct that, downloaded and created, right? You want someone with their 12 words done. Now take that prospect or that new business partner to be, and now connect them to your team member, your upline. But don't get on the phone with your upline and say, hey, I got a guy, can you tell him all about Million Money? Talk to him about those wallet thingies. We don't want to do that. You want to bring someone to the conversation with a wallet ready to go. Okay, the next thing, you may say, well, hey, can we work out a Cash App or PayPal or whatever, however you're going to transfer money. That's the next level. And then the third one is, you want to learn, you want to teach yourself. And how do you teach yourself? Through repetition, by being on every single call that your upline is leading someone to that end game. You want to be on those calls, you want to listen, you want to take notes, and you want to do it. So the way I did it is I do it even now, is I'll do it for somebody, and then step back and invite that person to do it, and I'll just listen. I'm on the phone, I'm listening, and I'll interject where I'm needed. We'll do that a couple of times, and then I let go, and they'll be off to the races. This entire thing is about growth. You don't want to be in the same place week by week by week, right? So encourage yourself, step out into it, right? And learn. And I'm going to say the last thing I have down here is scenario A versus scenario B. I don't recommend everybody get a petty cash account and be the banker for their team. That person who's doing that is definitely a leadership type person. Some people may just be here to say, you know what, I just came to get my 2 people because I said I would, and that's how I'm going to support the system. And that's okay. That person doesn't necessarily need a bank. They don't need extra Ethereum because they're not really, a resource hub that way. They're just coming in to get their 2, and they're going to help, direct their other team members. But not every single person in here has to necessarily open up a bank with 50 or 100 Ethereum in it, if you will. It's a choice. It's an option. That's definitely a leadership move. So that's my spin on that. I worked on this little acronym. I told my husband what it was before I started. The acronym is WEALTH, right? Wealth is, to me, is when everyone aligns, leverage truly happens. When everyone aligns, leverage truly happens. That means, so I remember something even as simple as when I was in the military, we had to get up at 5 a.m. and we would have to walk in line to clean anything, parade grounds, the area, and we would be shoulder to shoulder, and you could stick your head out and look to your right and look to your left, and everybody's boots would be lined up, right? Everybody's heels back to back, shoulder to shoulder. We were in alignment, and the job got done completely and with precision and accuracy, right? So when we talk about being in alignment within Million Money, that means we want to say and do, we want that to be the same thing. We want to walk the talk. We want everything to be just like we said it would be, and not being undependable, unreliable, don't show up, can't find you. Did you get your 2? I don't know. That's not in alignment. I lastly told my husband, I said, when you build leverage, because that's what we're doing. We're building leverage so that while you're asleep, you even have people working for you and with you, and you wake up and there's money in your account. That's leverage. If you don't have leverage, you're looking at trading dollars for time, right? And when you do that, you're just marking time. You'll never get ahead that way. Trading dollars for hours, you'll never get ahead. You're just a marked man marking time. I told my husband that. He said, yeah. And look, he's got accounts in here he doesn't even know anything about. No, he knows because I talked to him about it. But I say, hey, you made some money today, or this is what's going on. But he knows enough. He walks around the house saying, level up. So he knows enough through his eavesdropping. But he said to tell you, he said, we don't want to be a marked man. We want to be a made man, right? And that's what this will allow us to do, to be made men and women. Because when the money speaks, it's different conversations, different options, different choices. And that's what we want this to do, but it can happen more efficiently and more effectively if we each do our part. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So we can all do better, you know, every single one of us, me included. We want to be excellent at this. We don't want this to be a side hobby. That's my little $10 deal. No, we want to be excellent at this. So, and that will draw in excellent people. If you're slovenly at this, guess what? You're going to draw in slovenly people. I promise you, you will get the vibrations you're putting out, that's what you will get back. So make sure you shift your mindset and your focus to bring the highest and the best ideas and energy. So I'm going to shift back lastly to this website. Let's see if we can just look at this. Let's see if we can look at this site. And now you can open up your mics if you have a quiet background, because I just want to see if anyone sees anything in this. I'm just going to close up one side. So if you have a big team and you have a lot of jumbledness going on, you can of course shrink down. I'm going to shrink down her entire left side. So looking at this board, the right side is at the top and the left side is to the bottom. So I'm going to shrink down the entire, let me shrink down this side. I'm going to shrink down the right side. So when I do that, that opens up more space here. So let me see, I'm going to ask you guys a couple of questions based on what I see here. So you can peruse it. I hope you noticed that when I closed down that other side, the right side, that was small in comparison. You see how fat the left side is compared to the right side?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody tell me the disadvantage of having a fat side and a skinny side. Why is that not a good place to be?
Well, my looking at this tells me that it's not balanced.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And therefore it can slow down the process of having the total 100% of the funds that you would receive once you've completed the 5, 6, and up to the 10th level.
Fantastic. You're absolutely right. And you said the magic word balance is what this is not. So when you start building all the way down to your 4th and 5th levels, what happens is you have to cycle back and go all the way back up to the top on that right side. And you have to drum up energy again, right? And that takes extra, you're working twice as hard, really. So in a best case scenario, you're building simultaneously all the way down. I'm going to ask, let me see if I can find a couple of spots here. I'm going to ask you guys to comment on a couple of different areas to see if you see the same thing I see. Okay. Somebody look, I saw it. Someone tell me in this row right here, all the way down, these 3 people, tell me what's out of place here.
The 5. level
Instead
up
of
is
five.
4 and 4, and the one below them is 5, level 5. Shouldn't that be? They should not be ahead. The 5 should not be ahead of the 4s.
Exactly. The 5 should not be ahead of the 4s. Absolutely. And again, we know that we are looking at, this is I want to say a random page, but we are looking at it academically, because we don't know. Maybe the 5 called the 4 and said, hey, I'm about to level up. And the 4 said, do it, man. I can't meet you. we don't know the behind the scene conversations, right? But we do want to look at general concepts. That's what we're looking at here, general concepts. The general concept is we want the upline to move with the team behind him, right? And we do want to give open conversations and open communications where we can. I am finding that some people are making phone calls and some people aren't answering. So if that happens, of course, you can't wait. You know, people, as I say, give people respect and consideration as you're looking up, but the people up have to also give consideration to looking down. So the people up should hopefully never have to say, hey, can you give me 3 weeks before you promote? Just give me 3 weeks, you know, or give me 2 weeks or 1 week. You have to decide what works for you. But the main key is open communication. Open communication. That is the driver. Okay. So thanks for checking that out. Let me see if somebody can tell me, how about, let me just pick a random spot here. How about, I'm gonna close this side up. Every time you close something up, you can see it wider, okay? Tell me, let's say this person right here. Okay, I'm gonna close this person, 471498. I'm gonna close it up so you can see a little bit better. 471498. Tell me what this person needs to become a level 4. 471498. How can we determine if they're ready to be a level 4? There are 3 now. What's the first thing I would do to determine?
Excuse me, coach.
Yes.
My name is Denzel Wells. I happen to be blind and I really want to get on this thing and I'm trying to follow what you're doing, but I can't follow. I don't know why, but what you're saying, this side and the next side, I'm trying to follow, but I can't.
So I'm looking at one person's structure, and she has a left and a right side to her structure, and I happen to be on the left side now. The structure is, it just happens to be horizontal, so it's lying on its side, if you will, and we're looking at the left side and looking at a person who is level 3 and trying to determine what that person needs to move up to level 4.
Yes, I was trying to follow straight through, but I just have to stop and ask if, do you all have a program that blind people can really be illustrated from the beginning? Because I don't want to disrupt what you're doing because you're very good, but I just don't want to turn off again and I don't have a chance to say what I had to say.
Yeah, absolutely. What's your name again? What's your first name?
Denzel Wells.
Denzel?
Denzel, yes ma'am.
Okay, well, I will tell you that my team leader, Leslie, is on the line. Leslie looks at everything as a personal challenge. So Denzel, give us time, okay? And stay in touch because, you know, that's certainly a fair commentary and we want to address it and we'll see, you know, what we can do. And it's so interesting because we have people with various needs, right? And we don't want to be an inhibitor to any group of people. You know, it could even be language challenges. We have people who might speak a certain language and can't understand what we're saying or just in the English language, if you will. So that is a challenge to us and we want to, you know, put it on the table. And guess what? We would ask for your input as well. Can we reach back out to you as we, you know, move forward?
Yes, ma'am, I would appreciate it. Now, my question is there a coach that, or a personal sponsor that you can recommend? Well, actually, CJ is getting me involved with this. And CJ seems to be pretty good, but I know he's very busy.
Uh-huh.
And I want to know if, like, do we recommend people who can help people along if I get involved with this? Because I can't see the computer graphs the way y'all explain it and everything.
Okay. Well, Denzel, all I can say is you've given me some homework. And I do know CJ, and I'm going to contact him, and we're gonna start working on some things, okay?
I
Coach
appreciate
Kim,
it.
if
Thank
I
you.
may add, Denzel, I'm with Coach Kim on that challenge. So we're gonna get to the bottom of it to make sure that we have all the tools for you.
I thank you very much. I'll continue listening.
You're welcome. Welcome.
I knew it. I knew it. Leslie takes everything as a challenge. This is just a puzzle, and we're going to figure it out. So thank you for bringing that to our attention. We do want people to feel at home in our family. Everyone is an equal member. So thank you for bringing that to our attention, Denzel. Okay. So I'm at 9:33. I don't know if I'm cut off. I guess I'm still in the system. Okay, who's going to answer my question about this person being promoted to level 4? What's the first thing we would look
I
at?
will. Oh, this is Jessica. I can answer that question.
Jessica, one second. Let me let someone else get a chance, please.
Thank you.
Because I know you know the
It's
answer,
Diane.
Jessica. I know you do. Is that Diane?
Yes, you want me to
Okay,
wait? too, or
Diane,
what?
I know you know the answer too. I'm going to ask someone else.
Okay,
Okay.
let me take a shot at it.
Okay, Andy. You're putting it all on the line. Go ahead.
Okay, the level 2s on the third level and the third and fourth level. I see a lot of level 2s there. So the first set of level 2 should level up to 3 because their level 2, their first level is at 2, right? There's only one there, which is 530604, but they can level up to 3, and then 498 can level up to 4.
Okay. Let me put that on ice. Let me
All
let
right.
one other person tell us, because we want a systematic way for someone to figure out, am I level up worthy? Anyone else want to take a stab?
I'll try. This is Mackie B here.
Go ahead, Mackie.
For the person to level up at level 4.
Down, bet, please.
Yes, for the person to move on to level 4, they need to acquire 0.4 Ethereum. And I was thinking, as you said earlier, they only need at least half the persons on level 3, I think, to be able to proceed. I don't know if I'm looking at it from the right there.
Yeah, you're much closer. Yes. So that's it, but you just didn't say it with confidence. So I want to make sure it's confident. That's the correct answer. So this is the formula. Okay, I'm gonna get a little, just find something to draw with here. So let's say we're talking about this guy right here. Okay. The first thing we want to look at is he wants to go to 4, but what is his current level? That's the first question you ask. What is the person's current level? In this case, the person is a 3. Because the person is a 3, that means we have to look at his third level, right? A 3, you go to 3. A 3, you go to 3. So we're going to go to his third level. That's level 1, level 2, level 3. Wow, that's fat. A little too fat here. So we're going to look at that third level, and we already know in our mind the third level means 2, 4, 8. The third level is, or third generation, is going to be where there are 8 people. So we're going to look at these 8 people. Because it's 3, he's level 3. Let's look at his third level. Okay. So these are the only people that matter. I've talked to people and they say, oh my goodness, I've got a 4 here and a 2 here and a 6. It doesn't matter. Blank everybody else out except for 3 here, matching 3. That's all that matters in this equation, 3 to 3. So now that we're looking at this third level, we need 3s. On this third level, we need people to be 3. And as Mackie B said, we only need half of them. We need 4 of these guys to be level 3. 4 of them to be level 3. Eventually all 8 will be 3, but to get in the game, we need 4 of them to be 3. When 4 of them, that means each of them is paying this person 0.1 Ethereum. So he's going to get 0.1 plus 0.1 plus 0.1 plus 0.1 equals 0.4. Now he's going to have enough money to go to the next level. So the way that I would do this, I can't see, I'm sure there's activity underneath of him that we would look on the next page, that we've stopped at this page, where we would look at the next page. The way I would do it is I would look and see who's got people underneath of them. If all these level 2s are equal, well, wait a minute, here's a level 1 way down here. So we're not even going to consider him because he's too far back. We need the people who are 2 plus, 2 mature 2s. That's who we're looking for, mature 2s. We find the most mature 2s and we help them to level to 3, and that will help us move to our goal, right? Quicker. And then, you know, and we can also help the other 4. But if we're in a promotion mode, we're in the level up mode, we got to find the ones who are mature, moving in that direction, only need 1 person. I bet you a couple of these 2s on here only need 1 or 2 more people, and that will put them to 3. So that's how we assess. We first start with what level am I currently? Then I go to that line. So if I were, let's just say, for example, let's just switch it 1. If I'm this person, which is 908, he's a level 4. If he wants to go to level 5, he goes 1, 2, 3, 4. He looks at the same line. That's his 4 line. Right, that's this person's 3 line, but that's his 4 line. Somebody tell me what he would need these people to be at for him to go to level 5. What would he need these people to be at? What level would he need for them to be at?
Level 4.
Level 4. He would need them to be, see, everyone's looking for at a different angle for how it impacts them. So trust me, when you joined, your sponsor was like, yay, I got a level 1, someone's in, fantastic. Your sponsor was looking at you saying, ooh, I gotta help that person get to level 2, because that's gonna help them get to 2. And the person above them was saying, oh, how can I help you get to level 3? Because that pays them. So it's the level and the stars you're wearing on your chest that always match. And as I want you to go through scenarios on your own board to help you see the real world application. Because if you're just jumping into it and saying, I see too many 1s or too many 2s, then you're not understanding. This is very systematic, very systematic. The more you do it, the more you see, and then your eyes will be like my eyes are like a robot, constantly looking through what's matching up. And in all honesty, I'm going to tell you what I look for. This is so simple. I look for little triangles, 1 person with 2 people under them. If I see a triangle, I know I'm working with something, right? The triangles everywhere, because that's all this is. 1 person, a parent and 2 children, a parent and 2 children, a parent and 2 children. That's what I look for all day long, parents and 2 children. Right? If you start seeing that pattern, once you see that, then you start looking at a number. right? Because you don't want a child to be level 3 and the parent to be level 2, right? But first you look for the grouping of 3s, and then you look for the levels that they're at. And that will help you to start looking for patterns in your back office. Any comments or questions? Leveling
Yes.
up? Yes, go ahead.
You just said the magic word, the child being a level 3 and the parent being a level 2. Now, the question of the third level from 498 to 880, you wanting them to be, those 8 people to be level 3 in order for 498 to move to level 4. I am asking the question, why 381, 333, that line should not be given the preference first, so that that person could move up from level 3 to level 4.
Give me the original number. I lost the original number.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay, we're looking at 908, level 4.
Okay.
And he has his next legs are level 3 and 4.
1, 2, 3,
3,
4.
right, and
Okay.
the one there. I'm looking at this leg here. Wow, they're 3s now. They were just 2s. Oh no, this leg here. The legs with the 2, which would be 871, 830. That leg, that lane. They're all, well, only one is a 3, but most of them are 2s.
Okay.
Right? Why shouldn't 908 try to get them to go to 3, because the line below them are 3s already. Instead of moving the other leg.
When you say below them, you mean to the right or to the left?
Well, they're their sponsors.
Okay.
Right.
Because that's a great question, because the people on that level 1, 2, 3,
yeah,
they have already paid him. There is no relationship with him at this point. They
Right.
paid when they went to 3, when they leveled up to 3, they paid him. So they're done until they circle back around to like level 7.
But I'm looking at 830, which is the next level. 830, 600, and 333. That leg, they're all 2s, right? And the next legs, which will be 131, they're all 2s. So I would look at, I was wondering why 830 and 600 should not be encouraged to move to level 3 so that 908 could move to level 4, to level 5.
So 908, the first
Yeah.
thing we always do is look at the level that the person currently is at. So 908 is at level 4.
Correct.
Okay, so let's go down 4 levels. 1, 2, 3, 4. This level right here, in mafia terminology, this level right here is dead to him. This level can do nothing for him. Yeah, we want them to move up to 3. We want them to move up to 4, up to 5. That's going to help the people above him. That's not helping him at all. There's no financial connection between when they were at this level and they leveled up, they paid him already when they became level 4. They will pay him. They're still immature. They're not matured yet. So he still gets money coming from them. But the people who will help him move from 4 to 5 are on his 4 line.
Okay.
Okay. The people who will help people move from 3 to 4 will be on your 3 line. From 2 to 3 are on your 2 line. Always look on the existing line because those people, your equals, will pay you money to get to the next level.
Okay.
And the way you'll be able to see it, for example, is once someone here, let's see, for example, if we find one person. Let's see. If I can find a level 4 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, there's no 4 here. If I could find one level 4 here, we would be able to look at this person's back office and you would see down here where that level 4 paid that person some money. But that person is only going to get paid from level 4. Okay? So level 4, that means that person will make about $90 when someone makes level 4. So you give people enough $90, they'll have the $200 that you need. What, $390? You'll have the $200 you need for level 5. But if someone makes level 3, that's not going to help him. That's only what, 0.05. That's $11.45. He needs $200. So 3 people are going to give him $91. That's his level 5 money. So you got to look at the right person with the right weight in class, if you will, the right position to pay you the right amount of money to get to your next level. If you take away nothing else, take this away. Look at the level that you're at and line that up with the level on the chart. If you're at a 4, look at level 4 and look at that measure. If you're at a 3, look at level 3, the third line down from you. This person, let's use that one for example. Put this one back up. This person is level 3. It looks like a whole lot of people. You might think he's ready for level 4. Let's do this last one. If this person is level 3, how can we tell if they're ready to move to level 4? Who wants to take a guess at this one? This person is level 3. What do we do?
We go down.
Look at level 3.
3 levels.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
And half of the people at level 3 have to be, half of the people on level 3 must be at level 3 in order for him to go to the next level.
Right.
Right. So how close is this person?
1, 2, 3.
That's 2 out of 8.
He needs 2 more
He
at
needs
level 3.
2 more. He needs 2 more. Exactly. He needs 2 more. So don't get so excited just about, it's not the quantity, it's the people who are building it out and who have gotten promoted. I always say, my goodness, look at all these people, but then you see they're ones. We love ones because that means your business is growing, but we want one to be like a carton of milk that's about to expire. You got to get them to 2. You got to get them to 2. Don't be at 1 too long. And that expiration date is like 48 hours. We want you to be moving to 2 in 48 hours. That means go out and get your 2 people. That means you came in hitting the ground running. And speaking of hitting the ground running, and I get a perfect segue to ask my brand new friend George, how can we, or how have you, sir, found a way to get your team fired up, running, in motion? Break us a piece.
Well, Coach Kim, thank you so much for just everything you're doing right now. I mean, you are literally helping all of us change our lives and in turn change our family's lives. And I just love the analogies that you're using, like the concept of it's a parent with 2 children, because it is a nurturing environment that we're in, and the concept is it almost seems like it's designed to nurture, for one to nurture the other, and the other will nurture the other behind it. So no man truly is left behind. And so even the levels that even the leveling up that I'm learning tonight, and some of our team members that are on, I know they're excited to get this training from you. So I just had to say that before I say anything else. This is so helpful. Thank you so much for doing this. Only desire, I hope that maybe one day, if you're motivated to do it, if maybe you could do this training with no one on, that it goes straight through, and then it could be a part of a new investors package that we give to them when they come in as a part of what they need to do to be successful. Because now it all makes sense, because you saying not to look at how many people, that's so important, to look at the level. If you're on level 3, look at level 3 and make sure those people are okay, because if they're okay, and that means you can go to the next level as well. So thank you for saying that.
You're welcome.
So how do we stay motivated with our team members? We all came in and we just hit the ground running. You know, I've just been blessed to meet some wonderful, amazing people, some of which are on the line with me tonight, like Wanda and Dennis and Coach and Coach CJ and so many others that are on here with us. We've been talking literally every day, probably way past the time that we would normally talk, and you know, their spouses have been understanding of us doing that, because we're just brainstorming, because we really are we're wrapping our minds around how this is going to best work for all of us so we can all reach the goal. So we came up with a contest earlier in the week. We talked about doing the concept of a contest, and so this morning we finalized it and we put it out there. It's a Sunday through Saturday contest that starts tomorrow for our super pack, because we consider ourselves the 3-pack gang. We do the 3-packs. Meaning that we buy 3 positions and all level up to level 2 as soon as we can. And you know, we're doing pretty well with that. And so we're doing a contest this week that simply says the first person, whoever gets the 3 packs between this coming Sunday and next Saturday will get $100, and then the next highest person will get $75, and the person with the next highest amount will get $50. And the qualifying catch is that you have to have at least 4 packs to qualify for. So we're pushing ourselves and challenging ourselves to do this. And so it's a challenge, because we're in it to win it, and we're helping each other. And so I just thank the team that are around me, that are helping us just move forward and push each other. And all I got to say is, may the best man win. But remember, it's a team effort, because when one of us wins, all of us wins.
That's right. I thought you were going to say, may the best man or woman win. I was waiting for what? Okay, I'm rooting for you, Wanda. I'm rooting for you. So look, I want you on Monday night to give us a report, to let us know next Monday. Tell us who the winner is, 1, 2, and 3, because we want to celebrate with you. And you know, thanks for bringing that to our attention. And I have to say that what you guys are doing is just so reminiscent of tapping you on the shoulder to say, this is your business. Like, I'm telling you all this stuff, and I'm wanting you to know what is the most efficient way to maneuver, but you can do what you want, because you're still, when it all comes down to it, an independent entrepreneur. Absolutely. But at the same time, you're tied into this family, right? So if I had a pastor who said this. He said, if your baby toe hurts, your whole body hurts, right? So if one of us is out of sync, out of order, distressed, messed up, slowing down, it slows everything down. We're only as fast as our slowest member, right? We're only as strong as our weakest member. So don't miss the energy. We got some horses in this race, right? Some people who are ready to get it done. It would be foolish. The Bible used the word foolish often, right? It would be foolish, foolhardy. You would miss your blessing if you don't latch up, level up, get shored up, and take all that's here for you. This is the window. This is what you've been waiting for. All those prayers, you're looking for financial, a blessing, a prosperity, Lord, send it, or enlarge my territory. This is it. This is it. So I'm encouraging you to make your mistakes early in the game, get in, fall down, fall over, trip, all that stuff, brush yourself off and keep moving. We have a destination we're going to, and we want to bless everyone in our path. So that's all I have for you guys. If you want to stay on and chat, or if you have general Q&A, then I'm definitely down for that. But I have nothing else to share. And I think I don't want to overwhelm you either. So, you know, chew on some things. And I would encourage you as homework, go back and look in your office, even as soon as we get off, and look at a couple of different schematics to see how you can apply what we went over regarding leveling up. So that being said, any input?
Hello.
Yes.
Hi. Hi, I'm Colleen.
Hello, Colleen.
And I've been trying to sign up all day. It's taking me the whole day. So far, I wanted to have 3 accounts, and I'm using the laptop version and not the other one. And I've been able to register my first account.
Okay.
And the other 2, I have tried and tried, and it keeps failing.
Okay. So did you reach out to me earlier today to ask me about Ethereum?
No, I haven't. Well, I started to. Yes, Paulette had
to me and asked me about, and I'm only asking to see if I
about
have
purchasing.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking to see if I have your
Yeah,
number.
but I already did. I did it through a link that I got from.
No problem. No problem.
Right.
I'm just wanting to see if I have your number because I will help you. That's all. I just want to see your number.
Okay, so yeah, I WhatsApp to you.
Okay. All right. I will help you because I said out of 10 people, 8 are typically fine, and there are 2 that are quirky. We already found one person. So you're the other quirky person, Colleen, and it's okay. It's okay. So we're going to be able to give a praise report next time people hear from you guys. You guys are going to know that Colleen is in and hitting the ground running. So I'll call you after this. Okay.
Okay, great. Thanks.
You're welcome. Any more comments? This is your time. Tito, thank you for helping me with the board, man. I'm just so excited that you're here. You saw I had so many hands moving around. I definitely needed your help tonight. Thank you for being here.
You okay?
Okay, I think we're all minds are clear. Let me just open up the chat really quickly.
Somebody just asked, how do you lose profit?
How do you lose profit? Well, you know, that's a great question because I actually saw some holes in the board and I went to people and I said, hey, you need to level up. And they went to level up because everything was in order. It looked like from their purple box, they had the money. They had received the adequate amounts of money. And it looked like from their positioning, their people, everything was in order. And I went to find out why they're not leveling up, and they tried to do it, and it turned out they had insufficient funds. And what happened was they should have leveled up, let's just say 3 days ago, 4 days ago, and instead of receiving the money, had they been in position, it skipped them and it went above them. And so they did not have the adequate funds to level up. They should have, had they been timely, had they leveled up at the appropriate time, but people below them skipped over them with a payment and it went above them. That's how you lose money. So there is a, I don't know if I was, can you guys still see this back office? Can you see this page?
You got
Yes.
In the back office on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th,
shit.
on the
money he was making, I could fix that. He could give it to me. Should have told him you want to give to him.
Lynn?
Oh.
Okay. Okay, thank you. On this listing here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, you'll see lost profits. And there's usually, if you lose money, you'll see a little notification here. And that means that it skipped you. and you can never get it back. Once it's gone, it literally is in someone's wallet. So you can't take it back from that other person. But what you can do is level up and catch up and minimize the damage. Okay?
This world is wrong. That's what I'm telling you. Ever since all this filming.
Sharon, these are your people, right? I'm going to ask my sponsor to come on the line, Sharon, because I just want you to close us out and maybe give us a word of wisdom that would be a blessing for people to know. How can they get to your level? Because last time I checked, Sharon, you have like a bazillion people on your team. Can you
okay, baby.
Can you come
All
on and
right.
get the word?
Hold on. Okay.
Tito, can you mute Lynn?
Hold on. Hold on.
Lynn, can you mute Lynn?
Hold on.
Somebody mute.
Yeah, she's muted. She's muted.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Sharon.
Yes, ma'am.
We want to hear your voice. We want to hear some words of encouragement from our upline to this leader.
My words of encouragement, you know what they are. Level up!
A woman of few words. I'll take that. I'll take it. I will take it. Thank you so much, Sharon. You're very succinct. It's not, nobody can say, what does she mean by that? Right?
If they do, they're in deep trouble today, right? After all of this, if they don't know what level up means, they are in deep trouble. Deep trouble.
Well, thank you so much. You guys rock. And you know what? I'm just super proud to be part of your team because I'm just seeing this grow on so many levels. I'm having a lot of private conversations with people, and I cannot tell whether your hearts are bigger or your vision is bigger. But you know what? That's a great position to be in. I'm having fun and I'm really enjoying sharing with you and seeing where you intend to impact people the most. You guys are doing a fantastic job. I think we're the best team in Million Money. I don't know. It's just my opinion, but I'm just glad to be here. Thanks for being here and thanks for checking this out. We have this recorded. I think we'll post it maybe on the Zero Gravity site, and that way you can go back and access it and look at it again and again. Repetition is the mother of learning. So you're going to have to see this a couple of times so that you can get it. And that's okay. It's absolutely okay. We all have different learning speeds. And, you know, it may take you a week or so to get this or a month, but just stay in motion. Keep moving forward. So you guys rock. I am done. I'm going to take a picture of this back office because I think some questions are being asked of me directly and I want to be able to answer them. Any other leaders have any words? I don't want to leave anyone out.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Just awesome. Okay, all right, we'll take it. Or just awesome. We'll leave it on that note. You guys have a blessed Sunday. Oh my goodness, I can't forget. Happy Father's Day.
Yes.
Happy
Father's Day.
Thank you.
To the pop-pops and the granddads and the daddies and the daddies to be. Happy Father's Day.
Yes, happy Father's Day to all the fathers.
Ladies, unmute your mics. Ladies, all the ladies in the house, unmute your mics. On the count of three, we're going to say Happy Father's Day. Ladies, unmute your mics.
Look at the man.
1, 2, 3. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Enjoy it.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Level up, fathers.
That's right. Level up, fathers. Level up.
Father's Day.
Level up while you're enjoying Father's Day.
Amen. God bless each and every one of you guys. We'll see you on Monday night.
Coach Kim, you see the message?
I took a picture of it. I'm going to respond to it by picture. I will find
Great job. Thank you, Coach Kim.
You're very, very welcome. God bless everyone. See you on
Good night. Take care.
Thanks, everyone.
All right.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.